Good day, everybody. Welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm going to go through how to do a pinion seal, rear pinion seal Dana 35 on a 2018 Wrangler JKU. A lot of this video footage is going to be the same as another video until we get to the point of the seal changed. So let's get at it. This is going to take you a few hours, depending if you don't have any issues. Most important, wheel chocks, because once your rear drive shaft comes off, if your wheels aren't chalked, it's going to roll and might even run you over. Put the transfer case in neutral so you can spin the drive shaft around to get all the bolts out. T45 is the Torx. I break them free by hand first because my Milwaukee ratchet is pretty weak. It's only a 3/8 and doesn't have the torque that I wish it did have, but it's small enough to get in those small places. So you can see right there, I'm jacking up the differential. And the reason for that being is that I can spin the propeller shaft coupler around to get at the 4 bolts on the bottom. Otherwise, it's pretty awkward because the fuel tank and everything's in the way. Lower the Jeep back down. Bolts are out. Now to remove the drive shaft from the propeller shaft coupler. And there's many ways that you can do it. The way that I found works best to fast forward here is I'm just using a chisel on the solid metal flange there and just tapping it away slowly till I have a big enough gap that I can get a small pry bar in there and get the drive shaft out of the way. You need a 6-point socket for this next part. I tried to use a 12-point at first, and the pinion nut was on so bad that I rounded the corners of the nut. So I bought this kit, Cazoman, whatever it's called, off Amazon. It's got everything from 29 mil to, I believe, 38. I should never have that issue again for whatever project that I'm working on, because you can see right there, most of my big sockets in my toolbox are 12-point, and most times they work good, but if it's really tight, they just end up rounding the corners. Back underneath, gonna spray some PB Blaster for luck. Well, actually, just for lubrication as the nut's coming off. Got my 30 mil socket on there, holding the propeller coupler with my hand with a rubber glove, spun it right off. That part's good. This part can be kind of fun, getting the propeller shaft coupler off. Like I said in the last video, 3-jaw works great, but I use this 2-jaw, and of course my forearm got in the way. I should have just filmed it with the ratchet up in the air, but it's kind of awkward in the spot I was in. So all you're going to see is my forearm, and there we go, it dropped out. Make sure you have a container handy there for some oil that's going to start dripping out. You won't need to do this part. Somebody welded the dust shield on. That's another story in itself. So we got the seal underneath, and I was using like a little pry bar chisel to try to get the seal to bust free, and it didn't want to come. Did not want to come. I do, however, have a seal puller that I grabbed, which I should just grabbed in the first place, and of course, seal just comes right out. We're ready to put the new seal in. What I like to do is grease around where that little spring is. That way when you're tapping it in, you don't have to worry about that spring coming out. If that spring comes out, your seal's going to leak and it's going to be no good. So just clean up the inside. I just get it started first. And then you can see right here, I got a piece of flat iron there, or stainless. I don't think it really matters. It's metal. And that way you can manipulate it so you're not putting pressure on the seal part that's sticking out, and tap it into place. And double check, make sure the seal is seated. I got the new propeller shaft coupler, RTV on the splines, and some assembly lube on the seal surface. And I got a brand new nut because I ruined the other one. Put it on, tap it in with a rubber mallet. Grab some red Loctite on the nut, spin it on by hand, make sure it's started, and I spun the nut on with my impact, being careful and checking for feel to make sure I'm not going to crush the crush sleeve any further, which would cause more tension on the bearings. Loctite your drive shaft bolts. I got some blue Loctite that I'm using. Get them all in, and then torque them down to the spec, which I believe was 29 foot-pounds, but you want to double check that yourself. And there you have it. I'm just rotating the tires, make sure it spins freely, and refill the oil. Make sure it's up to par because you would have lost some when you pop that seal out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, post them below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one.